What's up, fam? Welcome to Joint Minds, and I hope you all having a wonderful day. And today's video, I was kind of like going through YouTube and kind of found a video that really piqued my interest, and it was about TikTok being bad and like kind of like overrated. And I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it because he said a lot of things, and it was a lot of things I was thinking myself beforehand, and I was just trying to see if other people think the same way. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more of our content. If you want to follow us on social media, it'll be in the links in the description below. But in the comment section, let us know what you all think about this.
Let's get into it because I'm about to dive in to the mess that is TikTok. Alrighty guys, so we have a lot of things to discuss, from racism to body image problems to the sexualization of teenagers and predators and the exploitation of children and just a lot.
This man is going in today. Jesus Christ. I did not expect him to say all that he's going to be
He
talking
woke
about.
up and he chose violence.
No, he woke up and he chose Save the Children.
Yeah.
A lot to discuss. So guys, before we get into it, I just want to say that I'm not going to be including any clips in this video because that would completely defeat the entire point that I'm trying to make, because a lot of these people in the TikToks are underage and I don't want to have underage people on my channel doing these sexual racist things because I don't want to have that on my channel. I don't want to promote that. I don't want to promote them. I don't want to show it off. So everything that I'm saying, unfortunately, I'm not going to be including clips of, but I will explain it.
On that point of him not wanting to show it because he doesn't want to promote it, how do you feel about people using these type of things for examples for educational purposes?
I think I agree with him, honestly. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like...
My thing is, how can you create awareness for something being bad if you can't even show somebody an example of it?
It's just kind of like, maybe some things just shouldn't be like shown like publicly on the internet to people who might not be old enough or mature enough to like see that kind of imagery.
I'm not talking about just throwing it on any just YouTube channel or something like that. I'm saying actually this is showing you like, hey, this is wrong. This is an example of what it looks like and this is purely for educational purposes. It's not just let me just throw it on my YouTube channel just because I want.
So like if they were to do this like in the school system.
In a school system, or like if there was like a channel dedicated purely to education and this is like something they were trying to talk about, then using this as an example.
I think they should use honestly, I don't think they should use like real videos of like real people. I think they should use like animated like illustrations probably so that it's like you're not like using people who could possibly be recognized, you know what I mean? And it's like completely fake rather than you like it's actually somebody being like harmed or something, because
so it doesn't hurt that person's ego.
Yeah, exactly, that too. And also that can just be very traumatizing for people to see at like young ages when you're trying to teach that. And like cartoons would make it, or like just some kind of animated illustration would make it like probably a lot more easier for them to digest, So that's my thoughts on it.
It is actually an app owned by China and the Chinese government, who is a communist government. This is nothing against Chinese people. I'm just saying we all know that the Chinese government is a shady government. I mean, look at the state that the world is in right now. I'm just saying that. And also there was some information that was brought out last year about how they can take a lot of your data. Like they have access to like so many of your things off of your phone, like your location, what your search history. Basically they have access to things when you're not even on the app. So it's kind of scary. It's a little bit frightening. That being said, I am on the
my only thing with that is that, like, I think most companies, like, kind of do that nowadays, like, where they have access to where your location and what you're doing on other apps when you're not even on it, like Facebook, Google, like, they all do that.
His problem is that this is a company that's in another country that doesn't have to abide by the same rules as America, where I know there was a whole Facebook scandal that came out where they're sharing our data and things like that, but the whole point is that country doesn't even have like rules and regulations to even stop it from happening, for them to share data to other marketing companies and things like that.
I mean, yes, but like the thing is like, what's the difference between a Chinese company doing it and an American company doing it when they're both just selling our data either way?
Well, the thing
there's
is,
literally not a difference. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna have an American company steal our data.
No, but I'm saying it's like at least there's rules and regulations here to like prevent that from happening on a general basis. That's more of the point of what I'm saying.
I mean, but if it's not being followed either way, then why does it matter? If they're not following the rules, it's like
it's just one company. Like we caught one company, we didn't catch the rest. Like,
I mean, Facebook and Google had both like they basically own everything. Like Facebook and Google are basically everything.
So let's get into my first issue with the app. So like I said, majority of people will just scroll through their For You page, not through their follower page. Now, when you're on other social media platforms like Twitter, on Twitter, you can see people you're not following, but for the most part, you're only going to see the people you're following and what they're liking. Instagram, when you are scrolling through your feed, you will only see people that you follow, unless you go to the browse feature, which most people don't. And then on YouTube, same thing, you'll go to your subscriptions, you'll get your recommendations. Occasionally, you will click it. So you, to a certain extent, with those social media platforms, get to curate what you see. That is why on my social media platforms, on Instagram, for example, do not follow attractive men because I don't want to feel like shit about myself. Little stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't follow accounts that are going to trigger you in any sort of way. With TikTok, you can't.
That's an important thing he just said, because he's like not necessarily an adult, but he's he's over 18 for sure. He looks like he's in his 20s or something like that. And he's having like self-esteem kind of issues with social media. Now imagine how impressionable that is on a little kid.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, it's like I do the exact same thing where I try not to follow like any pages with like people who are like gonna like make me feel like insecure or like upset about like my status in the world or something. It's like, it just kind of builds like a toxic mindset that you really have to like be conscious of. And definitely like as a teenager, like you are not going to be conscious of that. You're not even going to be thinking about that. You're just going to be more mad at yourself for why you don't have X, Y, and Z that this influencer has.
Really do that, because like I said, unless you were to strictly go on your follower page, which nobody does, everybody's just on the For You page, you could get exposed to literally anything on the app. Of course, the app has its guidelines like other apps, but we all know how fishy the guidelines of social media platforms are, okay? Just take a look at YouTube and the mess that they put us through. I'm kidding. Love you, Susan. Don't demonetize me. I have to pay my rent, okay? Anyway, the reason I say this is because we are exposed on our For You page to lots of people that we would not otherwise be exposed to on other apps. And this has its pros and its cons. Let's start with the pros, because I guess, you want to hear the good news before the bad. So TikTok, unlike other platforms, it's extremely easy to blow up and gain popularity on the app. We've seen this with many people who, to be quite frank, will do the bare minimum and get lots of likes, lots of views. Even with me on my TikTok page, I've uploaded quite a few videos. I've stopped now because I've realized it's not really a platform that I want to be putting out content on. But when I did, I even had a couple of TikToks go viral that I really did not put that much effort into. It's pretty easy to get a couple viral TikToks and gain some popularity. Obviously, there are some things that contribute to certain people, like, pretty privilege and white
Make sure you guys follow our TikTok, link in the description below.
Privilege and all that type of stuff, which we will get into. But the reason I bring this up is because it's the easiest platform to gain notoriety and popularity on. Unlike YouTube, which take it from somebody who spent a year uploading twice a week and got pretty much no recognition, YouTube is extremely difficult to grow on. Twitter has the smallest amount of users, unlike all the other platforms. And
it hurts how much I felt that, like, spent a year uploading twice a week and got no recognition. It hurts. We know your pain.
We're talking to all 9 of you viewers.
All 9 of you.
All 9 of you. You better share this with your friends and family, because we need more than 9. Or we ain't gonna give you any more great content every week.
That's right.
So what I'm trying to say is, unlike other platforms where we curate who we follow, who some people have private accounts, who you're only exposed to a certain group of people, TikTok, you can be exposed to anyone, which, like I said, is a good thing if you want to grow and become popular, but it's also a bad thing because anybody can see your content. By anybody, I mean predators, okay? Now, I don't like to be pessimistic, but these are the type of things we have to think about when we are on social media. And TikTok doesn't really seem to be doing anything about this because I guess it would be difficult to police, but there are a lot of teenagers on the app who do a lot of provocative things. And I, for example, don't follow teenagers to watch them do provocative things, but even I'll just be going through my For You page and there'll be teenagers doing provocative things. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I just scroll past it. But a lot of the times I think to myself, this would be so easy for a predator to just follow all of these TikTokers doing all these things. They could make a catfish account pretending to be another teenager. They could DM them. They could do this.
What you said is just like another valid point for one of the other things I do agree with him. It's just like kids don't know what they're doing on social media and don't realize how permanent the internet is. You put something up on the internet, it's there forever basically. If you put something that's embarrassing, great, anything on the internet, anybody can find it. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's another reason why like TikTok possibly should be banned for at least a certain age range or something like that.
Yeah, I can totally see that because like you said, the difference between TikTok and other social media platforms is that the explore feed is really good and it can suggest to you like content from all over the world and there's no limit to how much it will like suggest. Whereas like Facebook and Twitter, it has to be who you're following or like who they're following or something, So your range of your range of audience that you can reach is much more limited. Whereas TikTok, it could very easily like as an adult start showing you like kid dancing videos or something like that, that you shouldn't be fucking looking at.
And another thing too is kids are very impressionable, and like boys and girls are gonna look up to older boys and girls and see what they're doing to post on videos. And we're in the age of OnlyFans, and a lot of girls are dancing provocatively to promote their OnlyFans. Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, getting their hustle and making their money. But at the same time, if little girls are looking up to some of these girls and they think it's okay, that creates content for predators as well.
Yeah.
TikTok has gotten to the point where a lot of times people post stuff on there that they would never post anywhere else. People post a lot of provocative content, a lot of sexual content, a lot of personal content, a lot of shock value content. And they do this for clout. It all circles back to getting clout and TikTok followers and views. Where I have the issue is the oversharing. It's really difficult for me to describe without showing you clips, but basically a lot of TikTokers talk about really personal things that they would never talk about on other platforms, like their sex life, masturbation, watching this, doing this. They just overshare on the platform a lot. And in the beginning, I thought it was funny, like people making jokes about their privates and stuff like that. But then I kind of got to the point where I was just like, wait a damn minute. These people are underage joking about their cooter and their tutors. Something ain't right here. Something ain't adding up. And that's when I realized that this isn't normal. To me, I don't really think it is, because they're oversharing so much on a platform, and I feel like teenagers have forgotten that what you put online stays online forever.
What did I say? What did I say? One day you'll understand.
There is a trend of teenage boys on TikTok who will dance in sweatpants, usually, or some loose fit pant. And you cannot tell me that they're wearing underwear, because I know how that shit works, okay? Unless their underwear is ridiculously loose, they are not wearing underwear. And then they're posting themselves doing dances in these pants with their literal dick print on full display, flopping around, shaking around, doing its little thing in their pants. It's beyond disgusting. And then you got all these girls in the comments like, oh my god, it's staring at me first. Oh my god, it's so big. Like, I'm so thirsty. It is so beyond disgusting.
Dog, this is wild.
What?
Dude, there are
I seen this video and I don't even remember that part.
Dude. Holy crap, what the fuck are you showing me? Dude, I'm so happy I'm not on TikTok, like, at all, dude.
I'm glad I didn't grow up in the
Dude,
generation that
holy
is forced on the TikTok.
Yeah, this is insane. I can't imagine doing that at like 14, 15, 16, 17. I can't imagine doing that at 24.
That age, I was
Okay.
just playing with my dinosaurs.
Even if you weren't underage, it'd be disgusting. But the fact that you are underage is what's making it very concerning, because I think you're going to regret this in a couple of years. And there's also predators that could be watching this. Okay, it's very disturbing to me. Before, when people were like, showing off their butts and like, putting their pants up their butts to like show off their cake, that was one thing. But showing off your literal dick print, see, y'all crossed the line here. We went a little bit too far. Okay. So yeah, basically, I would say that one of the biggest ways that people grow on TikTok or get
A little bit over the line, just a little bit.
Just a wee bit, guys. Just a wee bit. Maybe tone it down just a lot.
Yeah. All the way to 0, please.
viral TikToks is through shock value. And like I said, a lot of that shock value is through sexual provocative content and through oversharing. People just share way too much about themselves. They get too personal. People are too comfortable on this app. But another way that people get viral TikToks through shock value is through offensive TikToks or dark humor. I wouldn't even call it dark humor, because we've gotten to the point now where it's just blatant racism at this point. So people make a lot of different dark jokes on the platform, and a lot of them don't really bother me. But now all of a sudden people have decided that being racist is funny. There's this trend on TikTok where you try and draw in a certain group of people. So for example, I remember seeing this one where it was like, for all my people who like fried chicken and watermelon, which is obviously a stereotype of black people, and then it'll be like, okay, now that all my black people are here, how's my form? And then they'll be pretending to be in a cotton farm being a slave. Horrible, right? Or there'll be another—
Whoa!
What?
Not okay.
That is not okay.
Dude, whoa.
Hold up.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are these videos not getting banned? Is the thing. Like, why aren't these videos being taken down?
Yeah. Because, like, I when you first mentioned
why
it,
does TikTok, like, allow that? You know? Like, why... Like, on YouTube, that would get, like, pulled down so quick. So quick.
the biggest thing for me is, like, when he was saying that, I thought he was mentioning the one where the girl and her boyfriend were making that, like, weird, like, sync video that was, like, super racist, and she lost her, like, scholarship. I thought that's where he was going for it. But now we're just gonna be funny racist, you know, just try to make fun of all these other races and be like, oh, it's just a joke. Like, listen, guys, there's jokes,
And then there's being racist.
Yeah, they're two completely different things.
And being racist is not okay.
We are in 2021.
God damn.
The one of like someone saying just something racist about being Chinese, and then they'll be like, "How's my forum?" and they'll be like shoving their dog in the oven. Yeah, so I don't find any of that funny.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Why?
Oh!
Why poor Sparky?
What the fuck? Dude.
That's so bad.
I don't know if
May-
we can do this. I think that's enough internet.
Yeah, that's enough internet for today, man.
Okay, and see, this is the peak. This is where the shock value has gotten to a point where it has gone beyond TikTok. This went viral on Twitter, and a couple of the people who made these racist TikToks, it went into their actual life. So there was this one girl who made a racist TikTok, and somebody sent it to her school, and then she lost her college approval. So she was approved to a college, and that has been revoked because of a racist TikTok. And
I think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that was probably the same scenario right there. But
Yeah.
it's like, again, earlier, whatever stays on the internet will be on there forever, and it'll come and get you. Even when you're a kid, there's been a whole bunch of instances of like people in Hollywood or in like news reporting that try to like expose people for things like that, and then they get exposed on their shit that they posted 10 years ago when they're a completely different person now, or when they were in high school and that cost them their job.
Yeah, it's true.
Guys, it's common sense.
You know,
Most 16-year-olds can figure that out.
yeah, right. My only thing with him saying at 16 you knew not to be racist, I think most people know not to be racist. However, I think a lot of teenagers at 16, 14, 15, those like kind of ages, don't know that certain jokes that they're making aren't just jokes and they're actually racist. And I think that's where like the difference in like age and like maturity comes along, is realizing that what you're saying is actually offensive to people. And the problem with TikTok obviously is that it's just creating a cycle of promoting it, because they're all just laughing and condoning their racist behavior, even if they don't know it's racist and they think it's just jokes. I mean, they're condoning it, and that's just conditioning, and it's not good for society, honestly.
Well, dude, I think that's more than enough internet for me today. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from YouTube and from. I mean, I'm not on TikTok, but I definitely won't be on it, for a good minute.
For a fat minute.
Yeah, so.
But if you guys did enjoy this week's video, please leave a like, comments, tell what you liked about the video, and subscribe for more of our content. And also, if you're interested in about the topic of social media, we did do a podcast a couple weeks ago on social media. If you want to go check that out as well.
Yeah, link will be in the description below, as well as all of our other social media handles as well. You can go follow my YouTube channel, State Prince, and we'll
have it somewhere on the channel, maybe like right here, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Thinking right here.
Yeah,
Thinking.
If not, then down here or something.
Yeah, one way or the other. Alrighty, have a good one.
Peace.